Have you ever wished you had said, "I love you" just one more time before it was too late? Maybe to a friend, a parent, a sibling, or someone who meant the world to you but slipped away silently, never knowing how deeply they were loved. This is a story about that, about love unspoken, about words held back, and about the quiet heartbreak that comes not from what happened, but from what never did. This story begins in a small town where the streets were always quiet and the sunsets always beautiful. It's the kind of town where people knew each other's names, but not always each other's hearts. In this town lived a boy named Arden. He was ordinary, in the way most people are. But he had something rare, a heart that felt everything deeply. Arden grew up with his mother, a woman of very few words, but immeasurable love. She wasn't the kind of mother who said, "I love you" every night, but she made sure he never missed breakfast, always left the porch light on when he came home late, and smiled with her eyes more than her mouth. Her love was quiet, but it was there, like the sun behind the clouds unseen, but always present. Growing up, Arden always wanted to hear the words, not because he doubted her love, but because he wanted to say them back. But in their home, words like "I love you" felt too heavy, too exposed. So instead, they showed love through acts, through silence, through understanding. And for a long time, that seemed enough. But time, as it always does, kept moving. And Arden grew older. He went away for college, and the phone calls grew shorter. The messages less frequent. Not because he didn't care, but because life was moving fast, and he assumed there would always be time. Time to call back, time to visit, time to say all the things he never said. His mother never complained. She always answered when he called, always asked how he was doing, but she never talked much about herself. She never said she was lonely, or that she missed him, or that the house felt too quiet since he left, because she didn't want to burden him. Because love for her meant staying strong even when she wasn't, and Arden he thought he had forever. Until one cold morning in February, he got the call. His mother had passed away in her sleep, peacefully, quietly, just like the way she lived. And suddenly, time ran out. Arden went home. The house looked the same, but everything felt different. The silence was louder now. The light on the porch still worked, but there was no one inside waiting for him. He sat in her favorite chair, holding the scarf she always wore in winter, and felt a weight in his chest that he couldn't name. Grief, yes, but also regret. He realized then that in all those years, he had never said it. Not once, not directly. "I love you, Mom," 3 words. So small, so simple, and yet left unsaid. It broke him, not just because she was gone, but because she would never hear them from him, not in this lifetime. And while he knew, he truly knew, that she already knew, it didn't feel the same. Because part of love is the courage to say it out loud. Don't wait to love, that's what Arden wants you to know. And that's why I'm telling you this story. Because someone in your life right now, someone who means the world to you, might be waiting to hear those words too. They might be living through their own silent storms. They might be wondering if they matter. And you might be the only person who can remind them that they do. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't need a perfect moment. Sometimes love shows up in the quietest ways. A message, a call, a small gesture, a smile, a touch on the shoulder, or maybe, just maybe, 3 words said simply, honestly, without hesitation. "I love you." We live in a world that rushes us, distracts us, fills our days with noise and our minds with worry. We postpone feelings, delay conversations, tell ourselves next time, even when we don't know if next time will ever come. But love is not meant to be postponed, and silence is not always kindness. Arden eventually forgave himself, slowly, gently. He visited her grave often, not because she was there, but because it helped him feel close to her. He started writing letters he'd never send. He spoke out loud in empty rooms, imagining she was listening, and maybe in some way beyond understanding, she was. He also began saying, "I love you" more often, to his friends. To the new family he built, to the strangers who became part of his life. He didn't let the awkwardness stop him anymore, because he knew that every second wasted in silence was a second lost forever. One evening, years later, as he tucked his daughter into bed, she asked, "Daddy, did your mom love you?" And he smiled, tears in his eyes, and said, "More than I ever knew. And I loved her too. I just didn't say it enough." His daughter looked up at him and said, "I love you, Daddy." And in that moment, Arden realized love, when spoken, never dies. It echoes, it lives on, it heals even what once felt broken. So today, wherever you are, and whoever you're thinking of, don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for them to say it first. Don't wait for birthdays, anniversaries, or goodbyes. Say it now. Even if your voice shakes, even if you haven't spoken in years, even if you think they already know. Because love, when spoken, is a gift, and silence can sometimes be a wound. You never know what battle someone is fighting. You never know what silence is hiding behind their smile. You never know what tomorrow holds, but today you have this chance. Take it, pick up the phone, walk into that room, send that message, say the words, not because they need to hear it, but because your heart needs to say it. Don't let pride steal your peace. Don't let fear steal your voice. Don't let time steal your love, because the truth is, no one has ever regretted saying, "I love you" too much. But many live with the regret of not saying it at all. This isn't just Arden's story, it's mine. It might even be yours. And if it is, let it be the last time love goes unspoken. Let this moment be the one that breaks your silence.